Hi, it's Vex, and before we go crazy over Kaldheim, and leave Commander Legends, let's take a look at my full Commander Legends set. Commander Legend has 361 cards. Again, as I mentioned, my Ultra Pro has 360 cards. So obviously, I need 2 of these Ultra Pros to hold the Commander Legends set. But I have collected all 361 cards and 70-ish of the Etched foil. So we're just gonna go over that, talk about Commander Legends, sunset the set. I'll probably make more deck techs on some commanders and Commander Legends, but I've made a bunch of them. We'll go through them as we go through. So the way I collect is I like to collect the a set of non-foil Commander Legends, but you see some foils in here. So if I take this out, the non-foil is behind the foil. So there's always a non-foil in here. If I do get a foil, I'll put it in here, because it's fun to see which foils I've gotten, like a Chroma's Will or the Prismatic Piper, Angelic Gift. So as you can see here, first you got a Prismatic Piper. It's really cool. It's just a fallback partner. It's only good in Commander Legends draft. When we first saw this, we got really scared about partner mechanics. After doing Commander Legends deck techs and stuff, Sakashima of 1,000 Faces is really powerful. The other partners are really good. They're not like Thrasios or Tymna level broken because they're monocolored. So looking at all this, like a Chroma's a partner, Mythic partner, really good but costs 7. It's a very expensive partner. You've seen Game Nights paired with Rograk, costs 0, so kind of balances itself out. There are these some of these mythics here. You got the partner mythic, the Giant Archon mythic, Monarch. I haven't seen this played much. Chroma's Will is really good, gives it away indestructible or give it flying, vigilance, double strike. So it gives both sets of Chroma's properties if you have a commander out. But let's go here. The reprint Austere Command. I think that Austere Command is okay. It's just it's not what it used to be, but it's still a decent card. I'd rather have Cleansing Nova, because usually you want to destroy all artifacts and enchantments or just all creatures. But it is flexible. It does cost 6. They came out the quartz. These quartz are pretty neat. I like the white quartz a lot because it gives white tokens or spirits or angels. So it's really good. So this set was full of half reprints, half new cards. I'm not exactly sure the balance there. Keeper of the Court is pretty neat here. I think this is one of the good. It's a good starting point with white, right? It lets you catch up with creatures, lets you catch up with lands. If you're in white, you're not in green. There's always a green player ramping all the time, so it's good to have this card. You got some more partner, like uncommon partners, so it's like tons of partners. Even the Planeswalkers were partners too, which is kind of fun, cool. It's like first time Planeswalkers were partners. So this page is not that great. They have this Seraphic Greatsword, probably unplayable. So before Commander Legends came out, I was really afraid they're gonna come out with some ridiculously powered Mythic must buy, which they did kind of with Jeweled Lotus. But besides that anomaly, I think every card is good. They're powerful but not like broken. More partners here. And they all came out this gigantic, 9-mana sorceries cycle. Again, not broken. It does very powerful things, but at 9 mana, it doesn't really say win the game. So it's cool. You got Triumphant Reckoning, return all artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalker cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's pretty cool. I think Eerie Ultimatum does the same thing, but costs less. Costs 7 instead of 9. You have cool encore abilities like Amphin Mutineer. That's a really neat card here. You have Court of Cunning, some milling. That's really cool. So yeah, some really, really neat cards. There are some broken cards like Hull Breacher. I did open a full Hull Breacher, so that's nice. Reprinted Mandrake, which is already broken. Came out with really cool pirates. I thought that was amazing that they came out with some more pirate synergies, because since Rivals of Ixalan, they came out with some pirates in the Jumpstart, but finally they had good pirate deck. Malcolm, I have my Admiral Bracket Brass deck that's I feel like it's finally a good deck because the pirates came out. Elegeth is really cool for drawing instead of scrying. So it's just I just love this set. I mean, I love just going through it. Again, the 9-mana sorcery, Mnemonic Deluge. It's good. Finally reprinted Preordained. Thank God. This is getting a little expensive, but reprint that. Sakashima. I love this. One of my favorite partner commanders. One of my favorite. It's in one of the top 10 list of commander cards from Commander Legends. New commander cards, not old ones. They have these big creatures too. Sphinx of the Second Sun. So gives you a different beginning phase, which I never knew what it was until I read this card. I never knew they called it that. Strategic Plans in my Lotus Breach deck. Too bad I got all the foils before Commander Legends came out, because I could have got them cheaper. Oh well, that tells you to wait, right? But of course, if you want a full deck, why wait for a full deck when it's not that much more expensive? The foils and printings, one thing I do have a gripe about is the printing of Commander Legends. Maybe they're such in a rush. Like, if you look at some of the foils, they're decent, but if you look at this Thirst for Knowledge right here, it is so washed out. Like, it's just bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's just bad. Core Ambition is really cool. Lose life, discard cards. This is great. I wish the pandemic wasn't here and I could actually draft in person. I've actually kept a couple boxes, so when we can draft, to actually be able to draft this in person. I heard that evasion is very strong. Flying, unblockable equipment, whatever you can to add some evasion, it's good. Like Menace here. So they reprinted some cool cards. They have, basic cards like Murder and stuff like that. Let's see what else here. They have Taviset. They have new Planeswalkers. So I do have a foil Taviset. It's pretty neat here. And they also have these will cards, which you do both of the sides if you own your commander. Singira is back. This is the 9-mana Profane Transfusion. Again, these 9-mana sorceries aren't that powerful, which is good. You don't want something that powerful. It doesn't say win you games. Not expropriate level, Expropriate's 9 mana. Reprinted Vampiric Tutor. That's sweet. That's so funny. Vampiric Tutor is reprinted at Mythic when Enlightened Tutor and Mystical Tutor were printed at Rare in Eternal Masters. I mean, they want to keep the price high, so they put it at Mythic. It is what it is, to tell you the truth. The My Tutor is printed at Rare, which is kind of weird. I wonder if they're going to print it at Mythic next time. Again, Blasphemous Act. This, if they have reprinted this over and over again, I call it the red ultra staple. Swords of Plowshares is the white ultra staple. Like, every white deck you have, even 5-color white decks, should begin with Plains, Swords of Plowshares, period. Same with red. Mountain, Blasphemous Act. It's a 1-mana Wrath, Essential Wrath. Some things can get above 13. I've never had it where I haven't wrathed a board. It's such a great card. Breaches, good prior card. So I just Core of Ire, more core cards. So I love this set. Jessica Thrice Reborn, partner commander. I've never seen her partner with have a set, but I bet you a lot of people have had decks with that. Right there, these two partner commander. You have your big creature here. This is really cool. This is actually really playable. I really like this card where you cheat out your commander for more turn. It's good with a backup. No more partner giants. Impulsive Pilferer. The card that 8th place Dave took from me. Jessica's Will is amazing if you do both sides. You get mana and cards. So there's some good cards. I don't think there's any, again, except for Jewel Low's broken cards. Here. So far, Eruption, the giant sorcery. Tago makes some rocks. So this is so much fun to actually look at the whole set. I know some people look at spoilers one at a time, but it's like, Rogue Rack. It's just fun to just stroll through, look at cards in a binder, look at the physical cards, look at some foils. Wheel of Misfortunes. Same CNC as Wheel of Fortune, but, if you're the misfortunate person that gets smacked in the head with the damage, or unfortunate person who doesn't get the wheel, oh well. That's why it's Misfortunes. Apex Devastator, insane. Actually, the funny part, when this came out, some people were saying CMC is not high enough because you can't cheat Eldrazi, like the big Eldrazi Titans out, because it costs 10 and they cost 10 or more. If this costs like 13, you can cheat out Ulamongs and Kozileks. But it is what it is. Let's see here. Finhorn Elves, finally a reprint, finally a non-foil reprint. For the love of God, it took forever. I need to put this in my Elves deck. Superior is perfect. So Kamal, this is a really good partner commander. I think there are 3 mythic partners. 4. Maybe there's 1 each color, right? Actually, is there a black one? I know there's Kamal, Sakashima, Akroma, Tavashet, and Jessica. I guess there are 1 for every color. Kadama is really neat. I thought Kadama was really powerful, but after playing with it for a while, it's not that bad. It's pretty decent. It's good. Good. I mean, it has an infinite combo with Tago back here, a little rock throwing Tago. Here, Magus' Aura. They finally did the sorcery Magus. It was kind of weak. I kind of wish they did a different Magus. I don't know which one's a good Magus, but Magus' Aura kind of sucks because you gotta sacrifice Magus Aura and another creature. Then you search your library. So, oh well. I can't expect everything to be like Magus of the Wheel. Let's see what else here comes to mind. Oh, this page is kind of boring. Oh, not until you visit this one. 3 visits. Haha, no pun intended, visits. Oh, it looks gorgeous in foil, doesn't it? Right there. This was $200 card before it got reprinted, and they were, I'm glad they had the balls to reprint this in uncommon. I mean, uncommon. So this is just so much more accessible. I was so happy to get another Nature's Lore version, get a forest at uncommon. So I have tons of these now. Reshape the Earth, again, giant scape shift type thing. Costs 9 mana. Hard to cast because it costs a lot of mana. And these are all the multicolor cards. So basically, Commander Legends is a lot about multicolor commanders. Because you got 2 monocolor partner commanders, but they can be most of the time of 2 different colors. So they're like, again, multicolor. As we travel to Kaldheim, I think that's really cool because Kaldheim has more monocolor commanders. So I really like monocolor, but they do have some cards that help monocolor out, which we'll get to. See a bunch of the commanders. We did a Rumi deck tech, a Belby deck tech. It's good. Blim, I play against Blim. Never played a Blim deck, but oh my god, this is so annoying. Get donated. Such the most annoying enchantments or permanents ever. I bet you it's fun to be the player of Blim and annoying to be the receiving end, but it is what it is. It's a really neat card. We did again deck tech, Saffron Olive right here. That was interesting. I mean, it literally looks like him too. Let's see here. Cascade, Emoti. I think that's cool. I really want to do Jared, but I knew Kaldheim has a Thor Throff. Kind of does self-damage, so it's kind of cool. We did Lisa deck tech. Really neat. Never Nero got his own card. Obeka, of course. Obeka's amazing. Yearlock deck tech. Oh, this is great that we printed they printed our Arcane Signet, and they actually printed it uncommon. So now people can have all the Arcane Signets. I've actually have a lot of decks that I built before Arcane Signet came out. I'm like, God, I don't want to buy 20 Arcane Signets and put them in. I'll just, I'll update them as I go. So thank God they printed here uncommon. So now I have a bunch of Arcane Signets I can update all my decks with. They reprinted the diamonds. That took a while. I just love looking through these. Like Commander's Plate. Like, I think they need to make more cards like Commander's Plate, where it gives protection from each color that's not in your Commander's color identity. So the less colors you have, the better Commander's Plate gets. So for mono white, this is insane because it's protection from everything but white. I think cards like this that really help monocolor decks are really, really needed. These diamonds help monocolor decks a little bit because Signets can have to be played in 2 color decks. Because nowadays, again, as you see, these commanders are 3 colors. It's hard not to go 3 colors. The mana is getting better and better every year as they print better and better lands. So they need to have rewards like this, and I'm very happy they had this. Burnished Heart is just such a good ramp in non-green decks. See here. Jeweled Lotus, it is what it is. It's been printed. It's powerful. I'm not gonna put it in my decks unless it's a CEDH deck because it is what it is. They made it to sell packs. They did their job. It's the most expensive card in the set, of course, obviously. I'm not gonna put it in any deck except for a CEDH deck. I don't think I need to. I'm just gonna skip it. But if you think there's a deck that's really good and that I should try this, not CEDH, tell me. Leave answers in comments. Ingenuity Engine. I love the art. It's got so many different pieces of artwork from different cards, like Sword Feast Famine right here, sort of the blue green sword. I forgot. My Body Mind, Soul Ring, Door to Nothingness. It's crazy. That's such a neat piece of art right there. Phyrexian Triniform. Again, Encore 12. They have like 2-digit numbers in that circle. It's tiny 12. Never knows this. It's pretty neat. They finally reprinted Skull Rack, even though they just reprinted it on the list. But this is an easier form to get. Very happy. I'm very happy that they actually reprinted rare cards that are really useful, but they are just so the printing was so low. Like Rings of Bright Hearth was getting really expensive, and now it got reprinted. Stamer Staff of Domination. This is actually my first staff. I actually didn't own the 5th Dawn one, so I was like really sad I didn't have it. But this is good. This is a really good reprinting. Like overall, this set had amazing reprintings. Command Beacon was getting really pricey again. Reprinted, like made it super accessible. Command Tower. Now, I mean, it's in every pre-con, but now it's beyond accessible. It's a common, and they made the 2-color bounce land guild as commons. And finally, let's go last page. They finished the Battle Bond lands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is amazing. Like I'm so happy they finished these lands because they're so. I hate having imbalanced set of lands in my deck. I wish they finished the Horizon lands. I think Horizon lands are really powerful. So this is again 630 at 631. I mean, sorry, 360 at 361. So obviously I had to go to the next binder, which is really annoying to me, by the way. I hate going to the next binder, but I have a next binder here. So let's see if we can center on screen here. Right there. So this is the last card, War Room. Again, it's to help monocolor decks because you pay life equal to number of colors in your commander's color identity. So monocolor, you pay 1 life. Or if you're playing like a Kozilek deck or colorless deck, you pay 0 life, 3 tap, draw a card. Very good. I mean, I love how they just reward going against the grain, going against 5 color, going against Golos, Kenrith, Corvold, Majoltha, Traxa. Just like makes you say a mono white deck has some powerful cards that a 5-color deck does not. Right here, and then you see the full art Planeswalker tab is set right here. Jessica, Thrice Reborn. Then we have the reprinted Etched foils, and these can come in booster packs, which is super cool. So you don't have to buy collector boosters; you can get in booster packs. So you got some cool ones. You got all the original partners like Akiri, Bruce Taro, and you got really famous commanders. Maybe they're famous back in the day before 2019, 2020 commanders came out. But Najeela is really popular commander, 5-color. Drevi, Brago. Drevi goes really well in the Najeela deck because of the ability to untap, so you can get the untap with the attack triggers and stuff, or deal combat damage. Sorry, Brago, amazingly popular commander back in the day. Now Brago's stock is waning, but still, I think a very good commander. Used to have your original partners, Ikrashigi, Ishai. You have good graveyard commander, Carador, Karametra. So it just depends. Crom, Clydell, Ludovic, Maelstrom Wanderer. So it's really cool in Marath. So it's just like old school commander. Of course, you have Majoltha, which is really good. Before Corvold, you had Prosh, Nekazar Wheel, Queen Marchesa, one of my favorite commanders. I love Marchesa because it's not green, it's not blue, it's not Simic, the most powerful color combination in Magic, obviously. But so it feels just right. Rakdos is pretty neat. Have Rakdos. You have your Ray Hands, Sidar, Silas Wren, Ravos, some more partner commanders. So it just looks beautiful. Even with the original art, it's just the board is beautiful. You don't have to worry about curling that much because it's etched. It's not printed on metal. So that's sweet. It's sweet to look at etched foils. The most powerful partner, Thrasios. And of course, Thrasios is partner in crime all the time, mostly Tymna. Or Val Smasher. So Thrasios, Val Smasher, Thrasios, Tymna. Xanathos, Yuriko. Pretty sweet. I love Yuriko deck. I like that deck. It's one of my favorite decks too. Zedru, Zur, Ramos. So some original partners and commanders from different color combinations, so it's pretty neat just to see them. Here we have all the legendaries. I think it's 70 legendaries because 2 of them are the Planeswalkers. You know, you got Prismatic Piper, all the white ones here, including a chroma. They're just beautiful. I mean, just look at it, it's just beautiful. They do look a little dark, I will admit, because the text box makes them dark, and this box makes it dark too, but you know, that's the way they printed it. All the blue ones here, including Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, the most expensive etch foil out there. It just sucks because like some of these etch foils are worth like 20 cents because they're just unused. Tormod's a really cool card, I really like that. Breaches. So it's just really cool to look at them all at the same time. I mean, I can't just fan out 70 cards, but it's close to all the same time as I can. You know. Then you have your here, Rograk looks sweet and etched. I'll tell you that. Kamal looks sweet. Kadama. Then you have your multicolored ones here. Yeah, Belby looks sweet. I love the dark green line and the black line right there. The gold looks pretty neat, but I just love when they're two colors. So you can just see like right here, a Rumi. That looks sweet right there too. Blim again. So it's all here. I spent some time collecting. Again, I like to collect. I'm a collector. It's just neat to look at them. You're a lot. And then you keep going down. Obeka's right there. You have Mana Confluence, your promo, and another Singer. And then you got your tokens. I always like to collect tokens. Remember, on my deck text, you always see me say, don't forget your tokens. That's why I always collect the tokens. Make sure I always have at least one of the token. You can always use the info token if you don't have it. And then usually I reserve pages at the back just to have extras of things. Like I have extra Chroma's Wills. Really good. I have some of the mythics here that I've opened up. I have opened up a couple collector boosters, and I just got the extended art EDH staples. I don't know what they're called. Swords of Plowshares, pretty neat. I only got one Mana Drain. I keep opening up Mnemonic Deluge. It's kind of annoying. I have the Hull Breacher. I have a foil extended art and regular extended art. My foil extended art is in my Vial Smasher deck that I did deck tech on. So foil preordained. It's just one of the things that do annoy me is that foiling. Again, if you look at this preordained foiling right here, it just looks so dulled out. You know, Counterspell right here. You know, Sphinx of the Second Sun. That's a really cool card. Factor Fiction. That's only collector boosters. More Vamp. One more Vamp too. I keep getting Singer of the Dark Barons. Like constantly, I have an extra one right here too. So these are just extra cards I decided to keep. More extra cards. I buy listed them. You know, I keep every Last Minute Act. It's such a good card. I had Jessica's Will right here, but I put it in a deck. You know, so I just save them, put it in a deck. This is for my Waylith deck. I like Waylith, but you know, I took it apart. Just it wasn't getting there for me. Green Apex Devastator, so Finhorn Elves foils. It's neat to have these cards right there. I got my 8th place Dave Impulsive Pilferer from my Pirates deck, and a little treasure token, and extra foils, extra Tormod, stuff like that. The Waylith that we talked about. So that's Commander Legends in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed going back to memory lane. I hope, you know, I just really enjoy showing you just my collection because I think, oops, I'm like out of screen. I think it's fun. I think it's fun just to see. I think almost no one does this. Maybe no one does this now. Just show you physical collections of a set. But just want to go back and enjoy Commander Legends one more time. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button, smash the subscribe button, you know, hit the notification bell to get alerted when I have new videos. I always do deck techs, box openings. You know, I'm actually still collecting Zendikar Rising, which is the set before this set, because that set's I want to collect every card, literally every card that came out. So stay tuned for that. And as always, have a wonderful day.